Greetings, everybody, and well, you may be wondering that this is not, in fact, aliens or anything of the sort. And yeah, there haven't been many uploads lately, so what's going on? But this isn't really about the games today. This is a discussion about Let's Plays in general and my point of view on them. Why mine is very different from the average Let's Player. I'm not saying that mine is unique or anything special because I just do it my way, and I know that my way you can either agree with or disagree with, but of course, like, there's nothing wrong with that. But I just noticed something recently, and I wanted to mention it. Um, it's about the different types of Let's Plays that are out there. You've got two different types of Let's Playing. They're both commentaries. They're both pretty much the exact same thing, except one of them is with a webcam and one is without the webcam. I've noticed that Let's Playing in general gets completely twisted and mixed up sometimes when you Let's Play with a webcam, whereas when you don't, I'd have to say that if you are very successful, for example, like PewDiePie, and because he Let's Plays practically, I think all of his games, except for when he first started, all of his games with webcam, and he's actually really good at it. However, first of all, let's rewind and go back to the originating, my view of what a Let's Play is. Now, to me, a Let's Play is a commentary where you interact with the video game that you are playing and you explain it to whoever is viewing. And you have to keep in mind that you are being watched as you are doing this. Not physically watched, but through the interwebs when you post the video on YouTube. Now, there, of course, are many ways that you can do this. I mean, at first, when you first start, it's kind of awkward and you're really, like, not very good at it because it requires a whole lot of multitasking. And it takes a few times of running through to get used to it. I mean, it took me about 4 5 months before I started getting a lot better and I started gaining more subscribers. That's when it all started escalating, was by my fifth month. I mean, and then you look at, like, other YouTubers that are out there who've been doing this kind of stuff for over 4 years and they don't have half of what PewDiePie does, and he's only been doing this for like 2 years. He was just played a lot of games. He just played Amnesia Custom Stories, which was really popular when Amnesia came out, and that's why he got so big, was because he was really good at it, and he only played Amnesia Custom Story games, and that's how he got big, because everybody wanted to watch that. Now, that's also something different, is if you play games that people expect you to watch, and if there are games that people don't necessarily want to watch, like they're unique, in their own way. Like, for example, Primal Carnage. Like, would you rather watch somebody who has a lot of subscribers and a lot of views, over hundreds and thousands of views, where playing a very common game, say Halo 4, and then you go to somebody who plays Primal Carnage, who doesn't have a lot of subscribers, who doesn't have a lot of views? Which one would you rather watch? You're gonna watch the person with the Halo 4 because Halo 4 is more common. You know what it is. You don't want to watch something that's gonna waste your time, and you know that this person probably won't waste their time because they have a really big number, and that's where everybody goes. Everybody gets sucked into this black hole of huge numbers. I recently started watching Markiplier, who is I call him a Let's Player. He's a person who Let's Plays horror indie games. He doesn't really pick a game and Let's Play it. He picks, like, free indie games that people have created with certain programs, and he plays through them, and he kind of just, he'll experience it with you. Now, like, see, that's kind of cool, but I noticed he always uses webcam as well. And he has serious equipment. I mean, you can see his equipment. He's got some pretty serious stuff, so he obviously makes some pretty good money off of this. The only thing that gets me is that people are more attracted to if they can see your face. If they can see your face, if they can see the webcam, then you're automatically a good Let's Player, because you can actually see the person. I, for one hand, it doesn't matter to me whether you have a webcam or not. Like, I'd say I'm impressed if you can let's play really, really well with the webcam, because you also need to interact with the webcam as well as the video game. Like, you need to look at the camera, look directly at the camera, because that's where the people are going to be looking through. Technically, is like, think of your webcam as the eyeballs, and there you have it. There's that it's your interaction is when you talk to the players and not necessarily the game. Now, that's why I like the way that I do it, or my other favorite subscriber, or a favorite Let's Player, Cry, or Chaotic Monkey. Like, he is my personal favorite over almost everybody, because he is very unique in how he interacts with only the game, and he's never shown his face to the public. Never. There is no picture anywhere on the internet where you can see Cry's face. And he is like one of the biggest Let's Players out there. Mostly because he has a unique voice and that he's really good at interacting with video games. Doesn't matter what the game is, whether it's horror based or not horror based. It just doesn't matter. Um, so I just finds it striking to me that a lot of people are more attracted to one side of the story where there's actually people involved interacting with you, whereas somebody who is interacting with the game. Basically, my point here is, what's different from all these other Let's Players out there to me? What makes me different? And that's what I was trying to figure out for the longest time. Sorry, let me adjust my mic really quick. Sorry about that. It was probably getting loud. So, what makes me different? Because I don't necessarily do that. Like, I do what Cried kind of does, and I just interact with the game. And then if you go to my Amnesia Let's Play, I use the webcam. But sometimes it didn't work that way, and there were a couple of sets in there where I didn't end up using the webcam. So what makes me different from everybody else out there? I mean, look at Nova, for crying out loud. I mean, Nova is kind of like in my position, right? Or Uber Haxor Nova, however you know him by, if you know him. Um, he plays most of his games without webcam, but then if he plays a horror game, he's going to use the webcam because people want to see his reactions. Now, that's different than if you were just doing it with every single game that you're playing, whether it's horror or not. And that's what PewDiePie does, is he always uses his webcam. Markiplier, I understand, because he only plays indie horror games. When it came to Nova, like, he was the one who did seasons with Minecraft. He still does, and if he plays a horror game, he uses webcam and he interacts and he does more multitasking, whereas if he's just not without it, he interacts with the people that he's playing with, because he normally doesn't let's play alone. That's where I found something unique about Nova that I like, that signifies what I do, is that I try not to play by myself if I can help it. If there is a video game that I want to let's play that has multiplayer, I would much rather play it with somebody else that I know who's a great let's player than just me and myself. Like, I tried to get somebody to let's play Aliens with me, but he said no because he had a different console, and apparently Aliens is not cross compatible with other consoles. And so that's why I ended up doing it alone. Now, I didn't want to add random people to come in because I didn't want them to jump ahead in the story or in the game itself and disrupt it with you guys, so that you guys, couldn't see the story. That's why I did it by myself. If I did it with somebody else that I was also talking to, like, that would be different because there's more communication. Communicating through Aliens is not the best, I will admit. But anyway, that's what I kind of realized, is I'm not going to say unique or special, because my Let's Play is not unique or special in any way. Not to me. I feel that it's just different. I feel like, regardless of what I do, I try not to do it alone. Because, yeah, you get to express yourself about what you're playing with and interact more with the game and realize more with the game when you're Let's Playing it and posting it online. but it's even more remarkable when you get to play with other people. And so I find it interesting that my channel gets up so slowly. Like, I think as of yesterday I hit 65 subscribers, and it's almost been a year that I've been doing this. Like, this is what drove me nuts. Like, why is it going so slowly? Is it because people are so confused about whether I'm actually a guy or a girl because of my voice, which I think is really absurd. You could tell if it's a guy voice, trust me. I am obviously a girl, like, regardless. I mean, if you really are curious of proof of if I am a girl, just look at my videos. I have most of my weekly updates are with my webcam. That's just how I used to do it, but then it got boring and people didn't want to watch it with my face, so I changed it to watching other games, specifically League of Legends at the moment. I'm going to change that. But my point is like, I was trying to figure out how why it was going up so slowly. Was it because of my games? Was it because I wasn't using webcam anymore? Was it because I didn't upload as much? Like, what was the reason? And I don't think it had to do with any of these things. I think that I feel, to me, that it doesn't matter how I do this, it's just slow. I mean, I'm just one of those people who is trying, and I'm not really trying to get noticed anyway. I was just curious. Like, I had no intention of gaining 65 subscribers. I was I wasn't hoping anything at all. And then Cygnus came in and he made my channel a whole lot more unique because he brought in Dead Island, and then we started co-oping, and then that's when I started building up with the co-oping, playing with Caboose and Jared and the Mind People, and joining in with iPad, and then Trap, and then Shamaru and Alucard way back when in the beginning when we were playing Team Fortress 2. Like, everything builds up in its own way, and as long as I'm myself, that's the key, is to be yourself. If you are yourself, then you don't need to worry about whether your channel is getting bigger or smaller. Like, just as long as you are yourself, you're doing your job. Whether you have to do a massive amount of editing with your videos, or whether you have to make intros and outros. Like, really, there is nothing wrong with how anybody does their channel, as long as they're being themselves. And I feel like that's not. I mean, I'm kind of going, like, I'm moving topics here. I noticed. Basically, my point is that because I've almost hit my 1 year, and it keeps making me think, like, why only 65? Why why isn't it smaller? Why isn't it bigger? Like, why is it the way that it is? Why is it in 65 and not 107 or 29? Like, what's the reason? And to me, I don't think it matters anymore. Like, because I had no intention in the beginning to get noticed. I had no intention to make money off of this channel. I still don't, by the way. There are a few channels with ads, but that's because they're for music copyright reasons from the video game, or from the intros. Or I did monetize them at one point, and I forgot to demonetize a couple, but that was it. So basically my point here is that if you ever see a Let's Player and you're watching them, figure out why you like them. Do you like it because they play good games? Because they play different games? Because they use webcam, or because they don't use webcam? Because they use accents, or because they have an accent? Like, why do you like this person? With what they're doing? And to me, I realize that the reason why I like the people that I watch is because they're themselves when they're playing. Halloween 4545 was the first Let's Player that I ever started watching back when I was younger. I was looking up walkthroughs of my old personal favorite video game, Aliens vs. Predator 2. The one that I Let's Played way back when in the beginning of the years. And he was himself. Yeah, he's British. So what? He has a British accent. So what? He uses really lame jokes. So what? He's really good at playing. Like, heck, he is good at playing first-person shooters. He's like first-person shooter maniac. He's really good at it. Or because he's really good at multitasking. I realize that I really like the people that I watch because they're themselves when they're playing. Just kind of think about it. I find it interesting how I went from one area all the way to this main point, is that everybody plays differently, everybody does stuff differently, but that's because people themselves are different. And a lot of people are attracted to other people who are either different or similar to themselves. That's what I kind of noticed. And a lot of people these days are attracted to people who are more like trolls when they let's play. Nova is a perfect example. Nova is a troll. He is a very bad troll. And sure, he does play with other people, like, for example, his Gary's Mods, Trouble in Terrorist Town videos. Like, he does a lot of that stuff, and he trolls a lot of people, but he does it in general. He trolls a lot of people. Like, I would call him a jerk. But he's himself, and that's who he is. And so he attracts a lot of other trolls to his channel, and he gets annoyed with them, which I think is kind of contradictory. But that's not the point of this video. The point of this video, basically, is that if you ever decide to Let's Play yourself, or if you decide to watch a different Let's Player, find out if they're being themselves. You can tell if they're not, because they'll be either very, very awkward, or their whole thing, their whole video, or their whole channel is just not there. Like, there's something missing, and normally it's because they're not being themselves. Sorry, I didn't mean to ramble on for so long. It just was something that came in my mind as I was watching Markiplier. Pretty fun guy, by the way. He's really out there. He looks like he's probably in his 30s. But, anyway, I just thought I'd chat about that, just kind of discuss it. I mean, heck, what are your opinion? Why do you like the people that you watch? I mean, I'm not going to judge you by saying, oh, I like this person because they only play horror games, nothing else. I'm like, that's great. That's perfectly fine. I mean, I'm not going to judge you on it. That's not the whole point of me talking about this. I'm just kind of, it was on my mind, and when it's on my mind and I don't really have much to say about it, I make a video about it, and more comes out than what I mean to say. So, and I don't expect a reply. If I really do not want anybody to reply to me while I'm talking, I'll just make a video of it. So anyway, post your opinions. Why do you like what people do in a Let's Play? Why do you like it? Do you agree with my views? Do you disagree? If so, if not, why? So, yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah. So, anyway, thank you so much for watching. I hope I didn't bore you too much to death. And I guess I'll see you in whatever I end up making next. I know I'm slacking in recording for Aliens. Aliens will be up soon. I guarantee it. It will be up soon. It's just that, I've actually been quite busy lately. And, I'm not getting any busier. Just so you all know. It's also going pretty well. So, I will be uploading soon. There's just gonna be a few other procrastinations until then. Especially since there's work over this weekend. So, anyway, thank you for listening. I really do appreciate it. And then there's, actually, you know what? There's one last thing I'd like to say. Let me adjust my mic before I do so. There we go. I really want to say thank you. I want to say thank you for everything that you 65 subscribers that have subscribed to me. You have a reason for subscribing to me. Whether it's just subscribing to me because you could, or just subscribing to me because you like what I do, or because I'm a girl who Let's Plays. Like, apparently that's really rare, is to find a girl who Let's Plays, which I actually kind of agree on. But I just thank you for supporting me and keeping me up on this channel and keeping everything going and being happy with what I do. I mean, there are people who don't agree with it, but they're normally not my subscribers. And that's what makes it really unique about you guys. And I think that's why I'm stuck with 65 within a year, is because I gained subscribers who are true to themselves, so they are true to others. Probably a couple of you subscribed to me just because you could, and you know what, that's fine. Or because I made the Yogbox video. Like, that's totally cool. I'm not going to judge you on it. I just wanted to say that I appreciate the fact that you have supported me and that you have let me know to say, here, look, you did a good job. I like what you did. Whether it's one thing or many things, I liked what you did, so I'm going to click this button. And I'm stuck with you. And I'm not going to leave you. And as long as you do that for me, that's all I could ask for. I mean, heck, you don't even have. Oops, I just hit my computer. You don't even have to say. You don't even have to click that button. You can just write a comment, or you can message me, or you can like one of my videos. I may not know you if you just like it, but just in your mind, just appreciate the support. Just appreciate what I did. Because I do put a lot of effort into this channel. Heck, I have over 530 videos in a year. In 1 year, I have made 530 videos. I haven't technically hit my mark yet, so it's going to be higher than that. The 27th is my 1 year mark. And I just really want to appreciate how everybody has said, Fuzzy, you do a really great job in what you do. I appreciate that. I appreciate the effort that you have put to make people happy. Whether it's to make them play with you, or just to freaking enjoy your videos as entertainment. And you know what? That means more to me than anything else, because I started this because I wanted to show the world that I'm not just one person. I am somebody who wishes to connect to multiple people. I want to be somebody who can relate to other people, who can be one to go out and make a dream come true. This was one of my dreams, was to be a Let's Player. Ever since I started watching Halloween, I wanted to be a Let's Player. It was my all-time dream. And my mom wouldn't let me because she didn't want to buy the equipment, or because she didn't want me to have a YouTube account. I was 18 when I got my first YouTube account. I'm 19 now, so I've only had it for a year, and that's when I started Let's Playing. So, basically what I'm saying is, thank you. Thank you for everything that you have done for me, and others, and anybody else in the world that you have given a smile to, because trust me, that number 65, each and every one of you that have made that 65, that one person made that 65. And that makes me smile. You as an individual who has made that number a 65 made me smile. And I love this, and I love seeing that it's increasing rather than decreasing, because it means that I'm doing my job right, and that means that I'm being myself in my Let's Plays. So I thank you very much for doing that. It really means a whole lot to me, more than you think. That's why I love doing this. That's why I love Let's Playing. And that's why I love watching other people Let's Play, so I can learn from them, so I can learn myself. Thank you very much for watching. I hope I didn't bore you with my rambling, and I look forward to seeing you in whatever I end up making next. There is a surprise video on the 27th coming for the 1 year, and it's gonna be awesome. It's gonna take me a long time, but it's gonna be awesome. So, until whatever I make next, take it easy, guys. Bye!